Hello again, folks, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity. I'm your Game Master Darius. Last we left off, we had a little bit of a tussle with a crystal eater. That was fun. The cylindrical hollow, scarcely wider than the shaft of a weapon, runs through the center of this pedestal. What about this? Oh, don't like that. This large tunnel curves underneath the floor and continues to the east. It's blocked by glistening ropes of webbing that you might be able to slide past. The walls beneath the webbing feel weak and crumbling. With the proper tools, you might be able to widen the passage. Let's leave that for the time being. We're unable to understand the runes inscribed along the surface. That appears to be another pathway that I hadn't gone. Or was this just a dead end? Nope, that is indeed another path. Oh. Hi, you're a Spectre. Do love when my party just kind of stares at nothing. Yes, sirree, Bob. I get that they're probably just unable to, you know, move to the target to be able to do anything about it. As is usually the case when it comes to cramped ass quarters like this. Fading unintelligible runes cover this surface.
Yeah?
This is some sort of a Vithrak. Maybe? I don't know. For all I know, that those are masks. What is everyone's health? Your health is low. They're fine-ish. Yeah, everyone's relatively fine. Their endurance is, for lack of a better word, fine. Do I trust going down the hole? Descend into the water. Yeah, this place was nowhere near as big as I was thinking. I thought it was gonna be like wall to wall sort of a thing. Alright, let's look at this shit. Crawl through the webbing? Hinging forward on your hands and knees, you feel the slimy webbing stick to your back. Your movements become slow and labored, and it takes all your might to break free. By the time you crawl out of the tunnel, you are coated in sticky strands.
Let's see what we found.
Lily? Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure if that alerted all the spiders. Probably didn't do much good. Only the one spider had stuff. I'm just saying. Most the last billion times I had anything to do with freaking spiders, a lot of Vithraks. Because of course it'd have to be a Vithrak. A robed, gangling creature lurches towards you, and you feel something needling at your brain again. The screeching hiss that invades your mind is edged with rage. Digging and ferreting animal. It pauses, its mouthpiece clacking. Then its words fill your mind again. They're tempered with fear. My legacy. Clutches an egg-like stone in his spindly fingers. The white stone glows with life, and you feel a presence inside. The creature notices your interest. For the colony. Cocks its head. Animal calm. Peaceful, yes? Its thoughts echo at you from within the stone. It occurs to you that a piece of the creature's soul is somehow housed within it. What are you doing with that stone? Such a different form, and yet its mind is alive with the same thoughts as ours. Home, family, memories. Legacy, colony. The segmented mouthparts scrape together. Young are always few, slow to hatch, fragile. The creature indicates itself with a hairy appendage. Last of colony, soon to die. It draws the stone closer to its narrow chest. Long dead animals put spirit stuff in metal. It points behind you. I keep spirit stuff in stone. Take to new colony. Colony alone is weak, young, frail, empty of wisdom, but two colonies together survive. Make strong colony. It strokes the stone. Need legacy to guide new colony. Keep it strong. I just don't trust the Vithrak. I'm sorry, anything that screws with mind shit, I just have an innate distrust with. Oh, I have the ability to simply dominate you and turn you into my ally as I please. Don't trust that shit. But I guess Talos just might. Go and may there be peace between our kinds. Its black, unblinking eyes stare back at you. Warm relief gushes into your mind. Knows peace and gentleness it does. The other deck go. Bring legacy. Many thanks. I guess it doesn't bring all the spiders. If I poke this, are you all going to attack me? Hello. But Haliath. Unique spear. Within weapons. 11 to 16 pierce. Plus 5 accuracy. Average speed. Bone spear appears to have been crafted with great care. Despite the weapon's age, the point is remarkably sharp. Adra details line the grip and runes are carved into the shaft. You feel the Adra core running through the weapon. I mean, new spear. Bring the weapons. Huzzah. Really quick, though. Yeah, compare this. Okay, to be fair, I think I did get Danulia in the ruins beneath my house. So this thing being exceptionally better is just it's a thing. It's cool that it's unique. I'll give it that.
Hey there.
I'm still leery about all these goddamn spiders, I won't lie. Ooh, wait. Boink. Alright. Enter the tunnel. I'm still curious as to this shit. Curious and confused. Alright. I have a sneaking suspicion. Paranoia, even. Hey, library's complete. Which means there's but one last thing to build. Oh yeah, I have a sneaking paranoia about the goddamn giant layers. And that paranoia is that I'm going to come back up here and they're going to be like, haha, you did our work for us. Now hand it over. Don't see him yet. Calling it though. Also, I just want to double check. Nope. Still very filled with water. I was hoping that there might have been something to, I don't know, deflood that entire bit. But that's probably not going to be a thing until like next act. When's the next act going to be? Ow. Anyways, back to Copper Lane. Hopefully we get to tell the Giant Slayers to stuff it. Vicious mercenaries will attack my hold in 5 days. Oh, right. Completely forgot that there were riots? Is that what was going on out there? I think that's what was going on out there. Oh, right. Can I talk to the dude about rewards? Weighing in. Give the tarnished Gwithin weapons. I brought the weaponry you were looking for.
They're old, all right. But this isn't what I was expecting. I don't suppose you figured out what was supposed to make them so special.
The Gwithins used to fill them with fragments of their own essence. Beasts, take them. He stares at the rusted weapons with horror and disgust. If I'd known, I'll see that someone disposes of this perversion.
At least I don't have to waste any more expeditions on this. If the knights make a move, we'll just have to face them down with old-fashioned deer wood and metal.
They don't stand a chance. That's the spirit. Nothing can stand in the way of a few determined deer woodens. Speaking of the knights, I hear you had a run-in with the patrol at Stormwall Gorge. You don't seem surprised. Might be I sent them your way. Needed them to turn their attention away from the city for a while. Now they'd be doubling and tripling these patrols. There's reckoning coming when these hearings end. Folks have had it with the legacy. They've had it with the soul butchers angering the gods. If the Duke won't stop, then I'll be the effigy of the good people of Deerwood. I'll be the effigy if the good people of Deerwood don't see it ourselves. The dozens will lead the charge. They're charging the Backenburg Sanitarium. There's always the hope that they stay there for a while. The knights are with the Duke on this one. If he decides wrong, they'll be in our way. I'm just making preparations. I knew you'd do well. Don't hold it against me. The knights started out a lot like you. Mind you don't turn into them. You can be sure of that. What? What? What'd I get? Anyway, I owe you one. I want you to take my old warbow. It's a trusty piece, but I won't be sniping into the shadows when Defiance Bay has need of us. No hard feelings, I hope. If there's anything else I can do for you, just let me know. Huzzah! What'd you grant me? Cloud Piercer. Warbow. Two-handed. Average speed. Grants a jolting touch on critical hits. 1 per encounter. As per the bitchin'. The terror of the great eastern ocean, Cloudpiercer, was carried by a notorious sea raider who claimed to have been blessed by Unda herself. His raids were carried out at the start of stormy weather, and gathering clouds were often feared as much as heralds of his arrival as the storms they promised. The force beneath his shots would carry his arrows up beyond the cloud cover, and they were said to bring the power they met there back down to the sea with them, striking all below with the force of a lightning bolt. Not gonna let me see what freaking jolting touch. There we go. Yeah. Yep. Hey, what's your bow? What's your bow like? 16 to 24. 20% of hits. The graces turn to hits. Damage over time. Damaging 3. So Cloudpiercer just does more damage because it is a war bow. I would love to get it to be a just strictly better bow, period. Let's give it Shocking Lash simply because it's Cloudpiercer, you know? I kind of... Real talk, if there's one thing I dislike about the enchanting, it's just the limitation of what you can put on it. Like, sure, okay, different types of damage and specifying what types of enemies you like to kill with that weapon is fine. But making it so as the only thing you can get quality-wise is like, oh, accuracy and damage, or just damage. It's fine, but it's... it doesn't make it so as every weapon... Every special weapon feels special, you know? Like picking up this Cladhalieth, it's plus 5 accuracy. That's really all it's got going from it. And sure, I can enchant it further with other shit. But, I mean, that's all it is. It's a spear. It's a little bit more accurate. Whereas some of these are like, oh... more attack speed and more accuracy, all that fun shit. I said, what the hell? There. We'll save that for another day. I know, like, I probably should get him another equipment slot. I don't know. Taxes collected. Wait.
Sure.
All right. Where was it? Andrath's thingamabob? Gotta talk to a,
Who's a good boy? Who needs his belly scratched?
I can't help but wonder just how many of these lines are purely improv. Then again, I don't know. It's Obsidian. The dev team always kind of did seem like they were just having a good time. Having a good time. Andra's gift. We can only get there through Brackenbury? Well, Brackenbury probably first... Oh, pardon the yawn. First fires. Yeah, Andra's gift. I think there was anything else in here. I mean, okay, we haven't been to all the places. I wonder... Don't mind the alarm that you might not have heard. I can't help but wonder if we could just waltz into Dominel's. Be like, hey, and then they'll be all like, you, and then we then I'll be all like, us! And then they'll attack us, and then we get to kill the town elves. Probably not unless we're, like, vilified with them, you know? Which would be funny. Just saying. It'd be hilarious. Oh, this is misty
You fought
place.
for the Deerwood in the Saints' War?
We better grab a couple pints before you get me going on that one.
No complaints here.
Alright. So this appears to be a docks-like district. One whole poultry, please. What we got here anyways? Abandoned house. Yeah, I wonder if this is going to be it. I know I'm incessantly quick saving, but part of that is just like I don't want to run into a random encounter or quote unquote random encounter without much. Ah. Alright then. Got your gold. Are they gonna care that I freaking stole some spiv? Biff? Beef? I guess we'll see when the justiciars are gonna come down on me like, hi, hi, you stole some drugs. Which would be mildly funny, I won't lie. Hi. A youngish elven man squints at you in surprise. Can't just barge into someone's home like this. Who do you think you are? Who are you? The alpha lives here. Now get out. What now? I got a feeling I'm going to be back here relatively shortly. Relatively so. Okay. Another abandoned home over here. God damn, there's a lot of freaking drugs in here. I'd say I'd sell it. I don't know if I care that much to sell drugs. I mean, this is a rather nice looking abandoned house, I will not lie. Relatively well kept. As you enter the room, you see several figures huddled together. They stand at attention, armed but not in matched gear like the Crucible Knights. At the center of the group, one woman looms over another, holding a flail. She snarls at the cowering figure. You've got pages of research here. You expect me to believe this is just your scratch work? It's nothing, I promise, just my notes. You hear a painful smack as the woman backhands her captive. We know you were meeting with the Crucible Knights. You think they're the only ones with power in this city? Call us the dozens for a reason. I won't ask you again. On a nudge from one of her men, the woman turns and sees you watching. Her eyes narrow. You shouldn't be here. What's going on here? Tightens her grip on her flail. Nothing you need to know about. I swear, every single time that I try to do something relatively peaceful, it just turns into violence. No joke. One of the last session of Pathfinder I was having Gatewalkers. Rather nice. Son of a. What I thought was going to be a nice encounter with a fey creature. You know, talking to them and all that fun stuff. Say one thing wrong, and suddenly, freaking knife was at my throat. Or in my ribs. I was a skeleton, so it didn't seem like it would do much, but apparently it did a lot. Vienna's face is covered in bruises and her eyes are wide with shock and relief. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Rapid hitching breaths punctured her words. I was sure they were gonna kill me. She wipes a tear from her cheek, wincing at her knuckle as a knuckle grazes a bruise. What just happened here? I thought I was coming here to meet my friend from the Republics. Looks like I walked into a trap. She shakes her head. The dozens must have been watching me for a while. I've been working on a special project for the Crucible Knights, and they weren't exactly subtle about contacting me about this project. It deals with a rather rare branch of animancy. No offense, but I probably shouldn't get too specific about Commander Cleaver's permission. Without his permission. He commissioned it after all, and he can see the trouble a little indiscretion has gotten me into. I studied animancy in Ozia back in the Valian Republics. I came to Defiance Bay to research local advances, but instead of going to the Brackenbury Sanitarium, I found a position as a scrivener at the Temple of Whale. I've had access to many rare manuscripts that most animancers never see. Of course, I've had to keep my head down. I've got to be careful not to let the lead head librarian or my colleagues know what I'm working on. Commander Cleaver of the Crucible Knights is waiting on my research. Not that you haven't already done a lot for me, but maybe you could take it to him? I'd keep it with me to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands, but you can see how well that worked out. She nods at Daedwin's corpse. She took it for me when I arrived. He takes a deep breath. Anyhow, don't wait on me. I can make my own way out of here. Doink. Fine flail. Auru Brecker. Oh, +1 speed? Oh, is this against range attacks? Shit. That's good. This robust brigandine has been repeatedly reinforced by the Adiran adventurer who once owned it. Thickly padded, the armor was dubbed Auru Breaker, or Arrow Breaker. It served the adventurer well, and her fame and fortune made her grow complacent, and she allowed an opponent to get too close. While Arrow Breaker protected her from the projectiles, it didn't provide the same protection against the mace at the side of her head. These pages contain Viana's research on Ingwithan techniques for imbuing matter with essence. She appears to have developed a method based on her studies on animats. On the first page, a note to someone named Dunstan. I wish I could read that note, but okay. And if I take what's on here? Murky with blood. Well, that's a...
Hey there.
That's a lovely pail. Don't mind me just casually thinking to myself, who could possibly use that armor? Who could possibly use that armor indeed? Heavy. The recovery speed sucks. Can we enchant it with damage reduction? You can make it of a special attribute, give him more might. We can get some proofing to make it so as it's resistance against other types of weapon damage. Balls. Balls, balls, balls. Bog dragons. Fire's level 16. Okay, so this, as I was saying before, max level in this game is 12. If you have White March Part 1, it becomes 14. And I think White March Part 2 becomes 16. So this ain't until like the DLC shit. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to delve into DNC. DLC. So I might just live with it being exceptional if I do anything with it. That said, I might as well just provide the exceptional onto the Saints War armor. Because I know that I'm going to have him wear it for a while. So, yeah. It's better in any regard like that. What else here? So either I can go to the dude. See, that's the thing. I don't... How's my research? How's my research? How's my thing with him? Cousins, I'm a hero. For the knights, I'm a neutral. That's a good question. But, regardless, I should save and call an episode here. When we return, I guess we're going to be going back up to the Crucible Knights to see just what the hell is going to happen. Because I don't want them necessarily to be able to make the adamant armor, because that just screams terrible idea to me. Absolutely horrible idea. Yeah. We'll see how that goes, though. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you're all enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying playing it. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video. Take care. Cheers.